Yeah, I mean, man, for Jake Campos to have surgery, to get to where he's at right now, and then, didn't miss really a rep all winter long, which was really impressive to me, and then come out and practice the whole day today. He, looks really close to, I think physically getting himself close to 100%, mentally, and, the length of going through a practice like this. And you got to remember, he missed spring ball a year ago, and this is the season. I think he's getting himself back, but, Jake's played so many snaps that, a little bit of it's second nature to him. Well, that's what goes through my mind is we actually look like a Division I defensive line. So that part's really, really good, but the key there is we look like it. Now we got to understand how to play like it. And, I think those guys are so young, and they're just, even guys that are coming in from junior college football, it's still, growth has to happen and occur. And now that kind of goes on us as coaches, development. How much can we develop those guys? But you got Matt Leo, obviously, Ray out there looking really good, Vernell Trent. We've got some size. Jamal's had a great offseason, great winter. Jaquan continues to get better. Josh Bailey looks totally different than he did a year ago. So we're starting to build that depth that we want here. And then, here at some point, Camilo coming into the fold too, where now really good football teams and teams that sustain success are built on the offense and defensive line and have depth. And we're not there yet, but I think we're making headway to at least looking like what it should look. Here's what you need to know about Mike Warren. Probably 95% of the kids that are in his position leave. They transfer, they go somewhere else. And, Mike and I had a conversation before he left for Christmas break, and then when he came back, and Mike's conversation was never that. It was about the team. And the one thing I've always appreciated about Mike is a great teammate. This football team is really important to Mike. And, it happens to all of us. You go through peaks and valleys, especially when you're young and you're early in your career. And so I think you're going to just continue to see the best of Mike Warren as this continues to go. I thought he had a really good practice today. If you asked our coaches and our strength staff, who really impressed you since we've been back and in the weight room, it'd be Mike. And, that's a tribute to him. And, sometimes we got to go through a little adversity to get our best out. And, Mike will be back, and I think you'll see him bigger and better than ever. Well, I just think those intangibles that you've heard me talk about within our program, the months of January and February are so critical to your success. And here's a guy that didn't have that for almost 2 years. And you're talking being with your teammates, being able to bring the receivers when none of the coaches are around, and being able to do the little things at quarterback that it takes to be really successful. To me, quarterback's not just going out to practice and looking good and showing up on Saturday. The quarterback's the CEO of the whole deal on offense, and you got to be the guy that's willing to get those guys out of bed on Saturday and bring them here to throw the football. So I think the biggest thing I've seen Jacob is start to understand what it means to be a quarterback, not just play the position of quarterback, but to really be a quarterback. And I think he's grown. He still has growth to go. But I think he's making really good strides of understanding that CEO mentality. And as much as him, you say Zeb and Kyle Kemp doing the same thing in a lot of ways. So that part's really good for all of us.